with this. Hey again, everybody, this is SunGod. I'm back, and after getting just completely eviscerated by that 21-day horde, I spent the last 3 or 4 days putting things back into shape and doing some improvements, and I gotta tell you, I was optimistic before the 3-day horde that I was gonna do fine. It totally kicked my ass, and right now I have no idea what I'm supposed to expect for the 4-week horde, which is coming up in a couple of days. But I think I'm a little bit prepared. I should probably stop saying that, because every time I say it, it never turns out to be true. But I did manage to find a pretty good sawed-off shotgun. Managed to improve my armor a little bit, found a pretty good pistol. I did a fair amount of off-camera work going around, not just improving the house, but did a couple days of running around and some looting. Didn't figure that was really worth showing, because there was nothing dramatic. Figured I'd just summarize it here. But I think the big improvements to the house here is I started reinforced concreting it most of the way around the house. So I did find that secondary mine vein down below, and that's helped me a lot. So I've got the steel spikes replaced all the way around. I've started adding another 4th and 5th row here, and at some point I will have to dig up some more metal and do all of these, but I don't think I'm going to do that on camera. That's never really very interesting to watch. So the other thing that I've realized is that I'm starting to move my garden away from the house here. Not because they do any damage to the garden, but primarily because what I'm finding is that I need to extend these rows of spikes out. Particularly with the ferals. I don't think the spikes are ever going to stop them, but I think that if I have more rows of spikes, the more damage that everything is going to take, especially the lesser zombies, the less damage they'll do on the house. Another thing that I've done, and it's kind of a little bit hard to see from here, I'll show you when I get on the inside. If you can see my windows there where I had the old beat up windows before, maybe that helps light it up just a little bit, you'll see that I've got a little narrow slit up there. A new trick that I've tried, I've not done this before, I'll show you in a little bit, but hopefully there'll be a decent gun port that can stop them from crawling in. Actually, this is probably a decent place to see it from the outside. From the outside it just looks like a full reinforced concrete brick, but really it's just a reinforced concrete block, but it's really just a reinforced concrete plate that's leaned up flush with the outside wall. So that gives me a little ledge on the inside to stand on. I'll show you that in a bit. And on the top block, which is my gun port, I took a little post. Uh-oh, I got company. And I'll get back to that in a moment as soon as I take care of these guys, but I'll see if I can let the spikes do the work here. It's always fun having a horde when you're out in the middle of nowhere. I think I should be fine. This guy should lose his legs in a minute here. Yay, look at you. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so I'll continue talking. These guys really aren't a threat to me right now. I'll let them spike it up. But yeah, so that little post I laid down on its side at the top in the corner, and it does a pretty good job of making it impossible for anything to climb through it. You know, let me take care of these guys. I'm tired of trying to avoid the man talk at the same time. I really can't do that very well. You're down, and you're down. No, come on, dude. Okay, as I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted. Yeah, so that is the horizontal post right there that's put up in the corner. You'll see it from the inside. But that is basically, that serves as a full block, even though you can see and shoot through it for the purposes of zombies. So if, say I got attacked on this wall and I had a bunch of zombies die and their gore blocks started stacking up on the lower blocks, you know, certain zombies, as they'll crawl up over the other ones, they could potentially crawl through if that wasn't there. So that stops them from going through. So we'll see how that one works. It was actually just kind of happened by accident. It wasn't really a premeditated thought, but it is a different approach from what I usually take, which is typically using the slanted blocks. Oh, good gravy. I got another. I think it's from the last horde. Alright, so resuming before I got interrupted, sorry about that. Let's just head down. I've started to steel up my hatch entryways. This one I noticed when I got attacked by the last horde. They started beating through that metal one, the Ferals did, and I was rather surprised by that. I'm not used to zombies beating down from my past experience, so yeah, Ferals really motivated. So let's go show you the inside here. Nothing rocket science, but this whole series is about evolution. It takes a little bit. So this is the same window that I was telling you about. You see the plates here upgraded to reinforced concrete. Gives me a little perch to stand on. I'm up above the other blocks. I don't get poked by the spikes like I was out on the porch. And then I've got this post laying on the side here that would prevent anything from getting through, because this is, you know, as far as the game is concerned, it's a full block. I don't think they can get through here. So I have a pretty good field of vision. If I really wanted to make it a wider field of vision, I could use a angled concrete block here to slope it outwards. That would probably give me a good, what would that be, 45-degree field of view here, probably all the way from about there to all the way about there. So if you put those on every side of a building and in the corners, you got a pretty good field of view. So as you can see, I've got two gun ports on every side. This one I had to make an exception for the door. And on the porch, I went through and I just kind of restored what I had built before, but sort of fortified all the top columns here. Because as you saw, those Ferals, they just beat the living crap out of these things. And if it weren't for these support columns here, I would have not made it through that entire ordeal. So let's do a little quick upgrades on these. Been meaning to get to those. And yeah, all right. So what have we got in store for today? So this is day 25. It's almost the evening, so not a lot practically that I can do right now. I did go out a little bit ago and did some adventuring. I found did a lot of hunting actually, and I was doing some exploring, and I managed to come across quite a lot of deer. So I can cook up some food here. I do have corn growing upstairs. I can get the stews going, which is pretty much the best food source in the game once you've got everything growing. But it's going to take me a little while to get my garden up and going. Actually, one thing I forgot to mention because I was interrupted. Let me run back outside. Is about the placement of my garden. So the garden I just kind of put close to the house in the very beginning because, well, that was close to the house and I didn't have to, you know, if I had to run out in the dark, I didn't have to go very far. But the problem that I'm finding is that I need to expand these spikes out, right? So I'm probably going to go 5 or 6 rows eventually. Right now I'm just 3 metaled up and then kind of reinforced wood until I get some more. But it'll probably be coming out to about here. So I've started shifting my garden over this way. But what I intend to do, I don't know if you can see it on the map here, my underground, where my bed is at, comes kind of out here to where the garden is at. So as a kind of cheap defense against hordes, what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to cover this entire half of the garden, the old garden here, with spikes. That way I can kind of sit out here underground when a horde comes, particularly a feral horde, and I'm just going to let them die on the spikes. So, with that said, let me go ahead and do a little cleanup, and we'll see if we can get a little adventuring. I found a house down the road, and we'll check that out in the morning. And I'll see you in just a little bit. So, some more improvements. Brought the spikes out like I was hoping to. Ran out of metal. This is like an endless metal pit trying to get these things staffed up, but it should help me with the horde that's coming tomorrow night. I kind of burned out my day. I was hoping to be able to run down the street and get further away and go check out a house, but I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to pull that off, so made it a little bit domestic here. So got our garden planted. Still not able to get the the corn growing as fast as I'd like. So that's going to take a little bit of time. Plus, with the horde coming, I don't think it's really going to be much of a smart idea. So just did a little more reinforcement. Got all the layers up above my little gun portals here with reinforced concrete. So if the cops come and they're going to probably shoot at me here, if it hits that, they'll have a better chance of survival and prevent some house collapse. I doubt I'll go through and reinforce the entire top level. They never really seem to hit that because I'm not up that way. Otherwise, I just threw just a ton of more spikes out and around here. And yeah, I no matter what I say, I'm never going to be prepared for hordes. So we're just going to have to wait to see what happens. So I'll check in a bit. Okay, so this is how it's going to be for the day 27 week 4 horde that's going to hit me in approximately 10 game hours. So one last final look and the before and after. I have no clue how big this horde's going to be, but I imagine it's going to be brutal if the last one was any kind of indication. But that's kind of going to have to do for the moment, because I need to get down and check out some other areas. There's some cars I need to loot. Actually, you know what? I could run down to the town to do that. I know there are some cars there. What I really need, more than anything, is a cement mixer. And for the cement mixer, I need an engine. Ergo, I need cars. So let me run down to the town and let's see what we can see. Here's the town. Let's go. Hopefully nothing has respawned. In terms of, oh crap. Has everything respawned already? Oh my god, I think everything has respawned already. What the hell? Oh, dude, this is not good. I should have cleaned it out when I got here. I did clean it out when I got here. All the corpses are still laying. Oh man, the respawn rate on this thing is... I don't know, I thought it was gonna be shorter, or longer. This is not what I was hoping for. Well... we're just gonna have to make do. Get what we can get. No engine there. You know, I can deal with a handful of them here and there. I don't know what's happening. They're kind of running around and they don't seem to be aggroed to me. Well, now she is. Oh! I missed that. Screw it, I can't. I don't have the time for this. Not the experience I was expecting. I was expecting to roll in town and be able to just grab what I needed and go. But it seems that this time in Navezgane, things are not as simple as they once were. I will overcome. Alright, looks like I may have a few more of those guys to deal with. Just making a little bit of room because I'm going to need to run and gun on these engines. I can pull it off. Oops. I got a headlight. No engine yet. Oh, I just wanted to do it. Come on. Improve my archery damage. I still can't make steel-tipped arrows with, I think it's either the calipers or tool and die. Whoa! Hello! Where'd you come from? Well, these suckers just scream right up on you. Yeah, I'd say you're stunned. Permanent growth stun. Alright, I'm not sure if he went down, but I'm not going to get in. There he goes. Oh, come on, Buckwheat. You gotta go down. Okay, who's left? Getting all sorts of other parts. Just need one engine. Yep. There we go. Ah, there was that growler. She's gonna get back up. Ah, dang it. Go down, dang. Please. I hate those sham sandwiches. 48 arrows. The good news is clearing out this town the second time is a lot easier than it was the first time. Okay, time check, 1336. Let's get a read of our enemies. Clearly somebody way up there. If I've got baddies in this house, they're gonna come drawing right out. So let's go over here. Yeah, I see a couple in the garage over there. Another headlight. No engine. Ah, I got an engine! Ha 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 ha. Oh yay, okay. I can do it too. Uh-oh. Ah, shotgun shells, thank you. I'm not going to keep the honey. I've got enough back in base to deal with any kind of infections, anything cloth related, unless it's great. I think I'm going to leave it. Recipes, duct tape, there we go. Make a little more room there. That's crawler. 36 arrows, dang. This does not put me in a great situation for the horde tonight. That last horde is any indication, it's gonna get way worse. And I just blew through ammo. Guaranteed it was or granted it was a worse weapon. And my skills are improved, but still. Alright, I think I did what I needed to do. I got an engine. Let's get out of Dodge. Let's get back home. If anything, I'm just going to scour for nests here. Oh, it hit a... that deer hit a cactus. That's what kind of caught me off guard. I noticed something I never picked up before also is the day before Horde Night, about 24 hours before, I start hearing these weird sounds that I'd never heard before in the game. And maybe they were happening and I just never paid attention, but it seems... I don't even know how to explain it. Start. Alright. That'll help me sort of build my... man. Just when I say that, here comes somebody else. I was gonna say that helps me build up my supply again. Whoa! Where'd you come from? Of course, that's after I'm passing 3 nests. You are dead, I presume. Yes. Ah, there you go. There's another one. And the other one. Yay, okay. Alright. So I should have roughly, what do I have, 68 now. I've got another 42 in the queue. Put me a little bit close to where I was. Time check, 15:30. Oh, there we go. Uh-oh. You down or not? Oh. Oh, she jumped over it. Haha. Did she bleed out? She might have bled out. Okay. Alright. Just doing a last sweep on the way home for more feathers. need? Hunting rifle parts, you're good. Need. I can dump the cloth. The leather, I got tons of leather. There we go. Don't really use you. Short-barreled shotgun. I can probably use you just for scrap. The quality of what I've got right now is 554 sawed-off shotgun, so I think that provides me some pretty good protection. Base is looking pretty good. What you think? Yeah, this is all the stuff I've looted out before. Okay. So final tour. Got my hatch down there, steeled up, reinforced concrete, simple spikes all the way around the perimeter. I'm not going to bother picking that stuff. They're not going to destroy that. I did make some pipe bombs. One thing I do need to think about, not for tonight's horde of course, but this ledge down here, I'm thinking about a way to improve it. I just don't know the best way yet. I'm thinking about putting some angled slots down there so I can shoot down and also loot things that are there. Because that's kind of a problem, is being able to get to those things. So quick emergency repairs. And I think we're golden. I'll keep my fingers crossed and see how it goes. No promises. So I'm going to do a little prep work and then I'm going to show you the horde. Okay, that's it for now. We're going to get ready for the horde that's coming up in just a few hours. Do some last minute prep, make sure I've got some repair materials, get my pipe bombs ready, and probably spin that off into a new episode here. But thanks for joining me, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, I'd appreciate a like and a subscribe if you'd be so inclined. Well, that's it for now. My name is SunGod, and you have a happy zombie apocalypse, everybody. Take care.
Happy zombie apocalypse, everybody!